some people, they feel really bad and sad and everything happened to me. And sometimes it feels like you want to cry, but you can't. Kind of shocked sometimes. I didn't think all of these people would care.
We certainly didn't know there was going to be a part 2 when we finished part 1. But what we did know was that the story wasn't over. At the center of the story is Stephen Avery, a fighter his whole life, and he says he's going to keep going right at the end of part 1. And Brendan Dassey's lawyers had just, in fact, taken his case from the state court system into the federal courts. So he was sort of at the beginning of a new chapter.
What did he make you do to her?
Did you want to participate in the rape, or did your uncle force you? The suggestion is, if you accept the less heinous version, that you will be treated more leniently.
Post-conviction, what we knew about it was it's very slow, and often for years very little happens, so that doesn't necessarily lend itself to television. So, it wasn't clear when a new series would happen or if it would happen.
The prosecution's case was Teresa never left the property, but the last call pings off a cell phone tower miles away from the Avery property.
Then we learned that Kathleen Zellner had taken Stephen's case, and what we knew about her was she's the winningest private post-conviction attorney in the United States, and she's successful through unconventional methods. She gets out there, she goes to crime scenes, she tests evidence, she requests evidence from the state, gets her hands on it.
I have one goal, and that's to overturn the conviction of Stephen Avery.
To the extent we hope viewers would be engaged and perhaps have a passionate response to it, we were hoping that that response would be for good. So there are lots of people who, now recognize that there are flaws in the system. There's room for improvement, so it would be nice if, we focused on potential reforms or just keeping the dialogue going, because as long as we're talking about things, there's progress.
Well, you have to put clarity first, because if your viewer is lost, you're lost. So, you know, knowing that, you know, you can take the time to you know, we have to do a lot of educating. If people don't know what the journey through the court system is like, you know, when a character is making a choice, a strategic choice, it's not going to have meaning unless you know the rules of the game. So, you know, having the confidence to take the time to lay out some stuff. You know, often things are called academic as a sort of put down. But, you know, if you care about something, you'd never call it academic. So the fact that we have such rich characters, and characters that people now have already spent 10 hours with, affords us the opportunity to, you know, to lay some of this stuff out, to take viewers into this post-conviction process, which I think for a long time has been a sort of, oh, legal mumbo-jumbo, academic, whatever, you can appeal. But, you know, understanding how dramatic it is and how vital it is and crucial it is and how much it affects individuals' freedom.